How's it going today, Pisces? It's Robin here from AriesFireTarot, and I have the Gilded Tarot deck in my hands here, and I'm going to do a reading for singles for love, and then after that I'm going to do a relationship love reading. So how's it going? And welcome to the channel if this is your first time. If you're coming back, thanks again for being part of my community. Really appreciate that. Just a note before I start the reading that readings, like general readings like this, are not going to resonate with everybody. If you do want a personalized reading, shoot me an email at AriesFireTarot@gmail.com, and I'm happy to do a personalized reading for you. Oh, okay, so I feel like that's good. I'm going to start your reading now for singles, Pisces. Actually, I'm going to do one more shuffle. Singles, Pisces. Okay, so what I've got here for you right off the hop is the Hanging Man. So the Hanging Man is an indication that it might be time to change your perspective on something. I know it's sort of a weird looking card, but this is somebody that has intentionally put themselves upside down to look at things a different way. He's not shackled here by any means. He's doing this on purpose. And just take note that the symbol of the sun is very prevalent in this card. So here is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is somebody trying to get away with something a little bit, right? You can see that they're walking off and they've got like 5 swords in their arms, but they're looking back over their shoulder to the remaining 2 swords on the ground. So something is going not right here. And I'll pull a couple more cards to see. Okay, so this is the Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords is just being, you know, in a prison of your own thoughts, right? But again, this is something that you could get out of if you wanted to, which is why I think that the Hanging Man is here. So you can change your perspective a little bit and just sort of rip off this blindfold and move on. But I think that you think you're dealing with somebody a little bit shady, that you've been dating or you're about to date. Somebody might be coming into your life, and I think you might think that they're too good to be true. So you're sort of stepping back to take that in a little bit because you just don't believe what you're seeing. And maybe that's because you were really hurt in a previous relationship. Interesting. So the next card I have for you is the Knight of Wands. So wands are an action card. So this is somebody, and I think this is the person that you're actually going to meet or have met. And this is a really bubbly, super like up person. They like to do quite a bit of traveling, and it looks like they're just about getting ready to, either they have entered your life or they're about to. And they come across as a really nice person and bubbly and like effervescent, and you know, but I think that you've been badly scarred before in love. So like I think in your last relationship with the Seven of Swords here, you got away with a great big gaping wound in your heart here, which is represented by these 2 swords left behind, and you walked away and left it because you just couldn't do battle with this person anymore. Like you just basically, I'm getting the phrase ran for your life, you know, whatever that might mean out there to you watching. But ever since then, you've been sort of remembering that, and you're kind of thinking that, like, you're taking that with you, right? Like how horrible this person was and how awful the relationship was. And that's in your head still. Even though that I think you think that you've recovered, you're not quite recovered, because like somebody really nice has come in there and they're extremely genuine. You're still like the tiniest bit hung up on your last relationship with the Seven of Swords, and in your head you're like, nah, this is not real. So we've got the Hanging Man here saying, you know what, you might just want to look at this person in a different way, because there are some really, truly, genuinely nice and kind people out there who are exactly what they seem. But like, I understand that if you're reluctant to let them in right away, but you don't, on the other hand, want to lose them. Like, you don't have to jump into a relationship with both feet right away. It's okay to take your time and date somebody slowly and all of that, blah, 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 right? But I think you need to get out of this sort of headspace where you're a prisoner of your thoughts. You truly are. And you're casting that onto this person, and they have no idea that you're thinking this. So I think it's time to take a pause and just leave the past where it belongs, in the past. Like, instead of looking over your shoulder at it, look straight ahead. And you can see like where the sun is here. The sun is an indication of a strong relationship. You know, so if you take a moment and separate yourself from the past and your past relationship, I think that you might do really well with this new person coming in. So yeah, not everybody's your ex, right? I mean, there's a lot of not nice people out there, but I think the person that you're about to meet, or that you have just met, who you are prepared to judge based on your previous relationship, I think they deserve the benefit of your doubt. Okay, so Pisces, I hope that helped with any upcoming relationship that you might be getting into or you're starting right now. So I'm going to start shuffling the deck for the Pisces relationship love advice. So I'm going to just do a marker here with the Pisces card, just so I can mark the time for people. So anyway, Pisces in a relationship, either like you, the viewer, or, you know, either you are a Pisces in a relationship, or you are involved with a Pisces looking for advice. So we'll see what the cards have to say about Pisces in relationship. Just shuffling the Gilded Tarot deck here for you. I feel like I need to give it one quick shuffle here again, and then I can start pulling some cards here for you. Okay, so the first card I have for you is the Ace of Swords. Now this is like, the swords are a kind of a tricky suit in tarot, right? But the Ace of Swords is about victory. So something big, new, shiny victory coming in for Pisces in relationship. Oh, the next card that I have is the Three of Pentacles. So it looks like you've actually been working really hard on your relationship, right? It could be, you know what? I'm not getting the sense that it's because you have some making up to do. I think that you just really value your partner, and you work really hard on it, and you're trying to like make that person feel that you value them, and how much that you love them, really, which is really refreshing. So I have the High Priestess here. So the High Priestess, I see it like there's two different ways to interpret this card. And one is that, you know, not everything under the moon looks the same under the sun. But with regards to your love reading right now, I'm just seeing that you guys are over the moon with each other, and you're floating up above it all, and you just couldn't be more happy together. So I don't know if this is like really advice, but it looks like there's like you guys are, you're putting the time into your relationship and it's paying off. Okay, so yeah, that's why though. I think that with the Three of Swords, it indicates that, you know, there's three swords through a heart. So, I mean, it's not rocket science to understand that somebody's heart was very hurt here. So maybe you are sort of coming back from a big argument or like a breakup or whatever. But you put the work in, right? You realize that there was a problem. And maybe this card is that, you know, maybe something shady happened, you know. Maybe you did something to take advantage of your partner. And then that came to light. I'm getting a sense of something scandalous. I almost get the sense that somebody was cheated on. Oh God, and there's no worse feeling in the world. So, I mean, I started off this reading feeling like, wow, you guys are doing awesome. But I'm getting the sense that you guys are doing awesome because you have worked together to overcome some sort of major hit to the relationship that hurt both of you. Right? Whatever it is that one of you was doing, it came to light. And as a result, and I think for some of you watching, you're actually going to experience this soon if you have not already. So I'm seeing actually 3 phases of this. Couples that are just starting to recover. They've been working really hard. I see people that are just finding out. They are just going through the heartbreak. And I actually see somebody being told here. But like the silver lining to this is that you guys are going to come out as a stronger, better couple together. You can see here in the Three of Swords that it's pretty dark and stormy at the beginning of whatever the problem is, but it lightens up and, you know, it dissipates a little bit. So if you are having some sort of suspicion about your partner, like if your gut is trying to tell you something, you might want to just shine a light on it. Like don't disregard it, you know. Like don't sort of tell yourself that nothing is going on, because if you feel something in your gut, you're probably right about it. I'm not saying that you need to go interrogate your partner or whatever, or like not trust your partner, but if you have a sense that something is off, ask about it. Like don't just sort of put it off and think that, you know, everything's going to be fine. Everything will be fine if you work on it. But if there's something happening, then you definitely want to nip it in the bud and get it over with. And it is actually, it's going to be painful. There's no way around it. But it comes out basically with the best sword in the deck, which is victorious. So I do see you guys are in for a rough time, or you're in the middle of a rough time, or you're just at the stage where you are completely forgiven each other and you're moving ahead, and you're just going to, like, from here on out, things are going to be, like, you're going to be more respectful. Whoever got this, like, triggered the events that led you there, you know. So yeah, bit of a rough time for you Pisces in love, in relationships, but you know, hold on to each other. And you know, even if your partner hurt you, things can get better if you work on it with the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for Pisces in relationships. So thanks guys for tuning in, and I hope this helped or kind of shed some light or gives you the strength to continue on where you feel like you might not want to. So yeah, anyway, take care you guys. Stay blessed. Thanks for listening. Bye.